This is Modern Service Mastery, business school with boots on. Real lessons, real talk, and real growth for the residential service industry. Let's get to work.
All right, let's kick this off with a fact that might blow your mind. Did you know that the simple act of communicating frequently, even when you don't have significant updates, can actually build trust? There's this psychological principle called the mere exposure effect. It's fascinating. The more we're exposed to something or someone, the more we start to like and trust them. It's like every interaction with a client, big or small, becomes a building block for trust.
And you know what, Mike? I see that all the time on job sites. Like, even if I just say, hey, Mrs. Smith, we're on schedule and your patio's looking great, it's like her whole vibe changes. She feels less stressed, more relaxed, and it compounds with frequency.
Exactly, Jake. It's all about being proactive. Clients don't want to feel like they're in the dark. Think about the companies that are masters at this. Disney, the Ritz-Carlton. They invest in constant, thoughtful touch points to make their guests feel cared for. It's not just customer service, it's creating an unforgettable experience.
Yeah, but unlike Disney, we don't have Mickey Mouse to distract them, right? I mean, we're out there sweating under the sun, trying to finish that retaining wall while they're watching. You got to bring the magic in your communication, or they're only going to see the mess.
Spot on, Jake. The magic, as you call it, is in those thoughtful little actions. Keeping them updated before they even ask, greeting them by name, showing respect for their property, those things matter. When crew leaders take just 5 minutes at the end of the day to check in, or when a project manager shoots a quick email about weather delays, it transforms the client's experience from ordinary to remarkable.
I always say, treat their place like it's your grandma's house. You wouldn't leave equipment all over her front lawn, right? Same goes for clients. And man, when you call them by their name, like, hey, Mr. Johnson, how's it looking so far? It's such a small thing, but feels super personal.
And that's the difference between a vendor and a partner. When you take the time to connect, to anticipate needs, you start setting a higher standard. Clients start to see you as their trusted expert, not just the company they hired to get it done. It's a game changer.
For real, though, it's not rocket science. Just pick up the phone, tell them what's up, and it's instant trust points. And it's less stress for you later, too, because if you're always communicating, they're not hunting you down for answers, right?
That's it. And it brings me back to the businesses like Disney and the Ritz. They don't wait for guests to have problems. They're always a step ahead, creating moments that leave people wowed. Think about it. How are you creating those wow moments for your clients? Speaking of those wow moments, Jake, personalization plays a huge role in that. It's not just about using someone's name, though that's always a great start. It's about making the client feel, how do I put it, truly seen. Like they're more than just another number. I remember this one project from a few years back, a big landscaping overhaul for a couple who had just moved into their dream home. They were nervous because, well, let's just say their last contractor left them with a half-finished patio and a lot of headaches.
Yikes. Not exactly the warm welcome you'd want to give someone in their new place. So what did you do?
First thing, we didn't dive into the work right away. I met with them, walked the property, and listened. And I mean really listened. They pointed out their concerns, talked about their vision, and I made sure to repeat back what they said to show I understood. Simple stuff, right? But for them, it was huge. They told me later it was the first time they felt someone actually cared about what they wanted.
That's a big one, man. People just want to feel heard. Like, sometimes all it takes is saying, got it, I understand. So, what happened next?
Well, we didn't stop there. I made sure our project manager checked in with them every step of the way. When we hit a snag, because we always do, right? We called them immediately, explained the issue, and gave them the solutions we were considering. They loved it because there were no surprises. By the end, not only did they get their dream yard, but they've referred us to 5 of their neighbors since. They even invited me to their housewarming party.
Awesome. See, that's the stuff. It's not like they're looking for perfection. They're looking for someone who's got their back. And hey, it's not just the big gestures, right? Like, even on site, when you just remember something small they said, you're already ahead.
Exactly. Anticipating needs is part of this whole personalization puzzle. You got to think beyond just what they're saying. For example, if a client mentions they're expecting family over next weekend, make sure your crew knows to keep the site extra clean and hazard-free. Those little details, they make all the difference.
Oh, I've seen that too. I once had a client tell me they didn't want their driveway blocked because their kid rides their bike after school. You better believe we parked on the street every day for that job. It's like, you're not just avoiding problems, you're earning bonus points.
Amen to that. You're not just solving today's problem, you're building trust for tomorrow. And trust, Jake, that's what separates a good vendor from an unforgettable one. A vendor finishes the job, a trusted partner finishes the job and leaves the client singing their praises. You can be average or you can be the hero.
Yeah, and when you've got hero level trust, everything's easier. Clients are more patient, they're more understanding, and honestly, they're more fun to work with. It's like you're on the same team.
Couldn't agree more. So personalization, it's not optional, it's essential. From the moment the salesperson hands off the project to the kickoff meeting to the final walkthrough, every touch point is an opportunity to strengthen that bond. And it's all about being intentional, paying attention, and showing you genuinely care.
And treating their property like it's your own. If you wouldn't leave a mess in the middle of your grandma's kitchen floor, don't do with your clients. This is their home. Simple stuff, but man, it sticks with people.
Exactly, Jake. Treating their property like it's your own is part of creating those unforgettable moments. That's what separates good teams from exceptional ones. The ability to craft experiences that stick with clients long after the project's done. Great companies. They don't just deliver services, they're masters of meaningful gestures. Disney calls it magical moments, small, unexpected acts that leave a lasting impression. And they make sure every team member is on the lookout for those opportunities.
Like when you're walking down Main Street and some cast member hands your kid a balloon, right? Next thing you know, you're replanning your whole vacation to come back next year. It's not just service, it's genius.
Exactly. And the Ritz-Carlton, they take it even further. Every employee is empowered to spend up to $2,000, yes, $2,000 per guest, per incident, to fix problems or create unforgettable moments. Now, obviously, we're not handing out balloons or spending thousands, but we can bring that same mindset to our projects.
Totally. It's about finding those little wins. Like last month, I noticed a client kept standing in her driveway taking pictures while we were working. So I asked her about it, and turns out she wanted to frame a shot of her new yard for her office. I had one of the guys clean up the tools real quick so it'd look perfect for her photo. She was stoked, man.
That's a magical moment right there. It doesn't have to be big. It has to be thoughtful. And honestly, it's those small gestures that build loyalty. Clients start to see you differently, not just as landscapers, but as people who truly care about their needs, their vision. Those are the moments that keep them coming back and telling their friends.
Yeah, and it builds your reputation too. People don't just remember the patio. They remember how you made them feel during the whole process. Like, were you paying attention? Did you care? That stuff gets them talking, and trust me, it's the kind of talk you want.
No question about it. And look, it's not just about impressing clients. It's about setting a standard for yourself and your team. Consistent check-ins, thoughtful interactions, and respect for their property, that's the foundation. But then you layer on those memorable moments, and that's when your business goes from good to great.
Yeah, and it's not rocket science. It's stuff like making sure they know the schedule, keeping the site neat, or even just remembering their kid's birthday if they mention it. The little things stack up, man.
They absolutely do. And when you empower your crew, it's a game changer. Imagine if every crew leader or technician on your team felt not only responsible, but excited to create those moments of delight. That's how we elevate this industry, Jake. That's how we lead. It's a big deal.
For sure. And hey, the best part, it's good for you too. When your clients are happy, they're not all up in your face about tiny issues. They trust you to do your thing. It's like a win-win, you know?
Couldn't have said it better myself. So here's the challenge to all our listeners. Find ways to wow your clients every day. Build those habits, empower your people, and watch what happens. Because at the end of the day, it's not about showing up and doing the work. It's about relationships. And when you get that right, everything else falls into place.
And don't make excuses. You don't need Mickey Mouse. You just need to care. Start there, and you're already ahead of the game.
Well, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Jake and I hope you're leaving this episode fired up and ready to create some truly remarkable client experiences. Check out the reading and the thrilling story in this chapter. And go be unforgettable.
Oh, and hey, don't forget to celebrate those wins too. Like I always say, be kind to yourself and enjoy your success. You earned it. Catch you in Chapter 9.
Thanks for listening to Modern Service Mastery Business School with Boots On. If this episode helped you lead, grow, or think differently, share it with your crew and keep the momentum going.